just mustn't forget about you. Oh, Mistwalkers! Hello. Are you ready for another story? Well, don't worry. I know exactly where we left off. You see, our heroes were plopped in the middle of a catastrophic battlefield. Like a nest of baby birds. And Mercy whisked Constantina to safety, so never you fear. Now, they did meet a rather strange priest carrying a coffin. And I'm sure he's got all sorts of nefarious secrets, but he rings a little bit too wholesome for me. Certainly not my type. Vargas and Vasily, on the other hand. Now they were able to sneak down to safety, shielded from the cascades of writhing flames that soared over their heads. In Nicodemus's little laboratory. Well, I guess Nicodemus isn't so little anymore, is he? You know, I feel like we never really consider the impact of our parents' actions on our formation as adults. How fortuitous it is, then, that Vasily's about to learn a little lesson in consequences. After all, she can influence her homunculi on a whim nowadays. I'm sure it's fun. I mean, with Vasily, things are always fun. Now, that isn't to say that Nicodemus isn't useful. I mean, he was certainly able to sniff out the abyssal horde that was zoning in on them. And he carried them, at least to what resembles safety. How safe is it, though, in this vast wasteland? After all, Mercy and Constantina got to see for themselves the abomination that knocked Jericho's train over. I know. An entire train. But this creature, with its horned head, its wings like black mist, snaking through the sky like a shadow. But it didn't seem to notice them, and I'm sure it won't come back. I mean, nothing ever seems to come back to haunt us, does it? But our heroes are on their way to Akkan, a little railway depot in the middle of the Amber Wastes, and I'm sure everything is going to be just fine.
Hello, everybody. Hey, good evening, Mistwalkers. Welcome to Tales from the Mists, a spooky campaign set in the domains of dread. With me tonight are 6 adventurers. Why don't we go down the line and introduce ourselves? Tell us who you are, who you're playing, a little bit about yourself, a little something special. Let's start with Hadil.
Sorry, I had the wrong character sheet up on D&D Beyond, and I was like, why doesn't my character have any hit points? That's
Great
all
start.
you need to know about me, your pal, Hadil, who plays Vargas. I'm a mess.
Yeah. Lisa?
I am Lisa Penrose, and I play your heart of the party, Mercy Albrecht, the tiefling storm sorceress, and heartbroken changeling. Very betrayed.
Aww. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you'll all be best friends by the end of today's
Never
episode.
again.
I'm sure. No, it's fine. Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and I play Vasily, who has a lot of consequences for her actions. All the time. I've already learned all my lessons. I don't need to learn anymore.
I think of everyone here, you've had the most successful dark powers checks.
It's true, and I'm wondering,
Depending
in
on
talking
how
about
you
dark powers checks,
define
if I'm going to have to do
success.
another one for my actions. I don't know.
Do you think you should?
Depends on what happens, I guess.
The night is young. Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley, and I play Konstantina Avshalomov, the Werejackal Vistana revolutionary bard. Okay, there we go.
Most cursed.
Most cursed. That's my what's the word?
Superlative?
Yeah, superlative in our goth yearbook.
Fun fact.
Most likely to
has
get a
done
altering curse.
Fun fact, has done 0 dark powers checks.
Aww.
There's a little halo that you can't see because
Just has regular curses.
that's true. I'm
Powers
just
check
the
counter.
sponge. I was trying to think of a cute little like hand gesture, like Lisa's heart, but for like the guts, and I can't think of anything. So if you think, yeah, nailed it. There we go. I'll do that next time.
G for guts.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Let's go ahead with our guests. Kat.
Hi, my name is Kat Krieger, and I am playing Rapture, the tiefling bard who failed to appear from the mist last week.
She had a lot going on. There's stuff to do.
I am the dungeon master at D20 Dames, another actual play podcast, and I'm also chief wordsmith at my own company called Steampunk Unicorn Studio.
I love the title Chief Wordsmith. I love it.
When you're your own boss, you get to come up with your own.
Yeah.
Exactly.
True. And Willie.
Hello, I'm Willie, your professional shit poster. I will be playing Jericho Amraj, a cleric of Ilmater.
Another person who works for themselves. It's beautiful, really. All right. This is not a typical campaign. We have a rotating cast, which means we have 4 anchor members, being Hadil, Lisa, Kayla, and Ashley, and then 2 rotating members. We're 1 episode down, so I've got 3 episodes to destroy the lives of our guests. Our showrunner has our announcements.
That's me. I've got several 3 announcements for you all today. The first is that, as always, we are doing a giveaway. We're giving away 2 Mistwalker survival kits and 1 copy of Kayla Klein and James Introcasso's Hag Amalgams, a collection of hags mixed with celestials. Speaking of cursed things. You can get a PDF of that awesome supplement that's on Dungeon Masters Guild. To enter the giveaway, it's !outlaw. And the Mistwalker survival kits have a bunch of Tales from the Mist goodies in them. I've got a specific one to show off today, which is our brand new Dicey Boys. I don't know if it'll focus. It was fine before.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Yeah, so we've got these new shiny kind of black, bronze, and gold Dicey Boys that feature a raven skull, which looks a lot like Nicodemus, Is this delicious candy? No, Hadil, it is not delicious candy. It is the forbidden candy. So exclamation point outlaw for those Mistwalker survival kits, which also have like really cool enamel pins that have to do with the characters, matches to summon the matchbook menagerie to your side, but it will do no good. We are all cursed forever. That's our giveaway. We also have a really neat tea collaboration with Friday Tea here in Seattle. They do a lot of fandom inspired teas, and they've created one for Tales from the Mists. Add some atmosphere while you're listening to our podcast or watching the show. It's called Lantern in the Mists. It has jasmine green tea, olive leaf, ginkgo biloba, lavender, a favorite of all of the characters, and pretty blue cornflowers in it. It is very delicious. Yeah, Jack's throwing the link in chat, but it's bit.ly/lantern tea to check that out. If you taste it, let us know. I definitely want to hear what folks think of our tea.
I will let you know.
Oh yeah, Tiki's trying it right now. Do you want to try it right now?
Yeah, I'm trying it for the first time. Let me get a little teacup.
Very nice, very spoopy.
It's got a little raven on the inside.
Ooh.
And I'll get a little ASMR going on.
Can't wait for
Very
you to
good.
Tingles.
yourself, dumbass.
I like that. What'd you say? What? All right, I'm gonna give it a shot. It smells very floral, which I appreciate.
Yeah. It's kind of got this mineral but floral blend, and it tastes like ephemeral, very much like mists.
Yeah, you can tell it's a jasmine green tea. It's got like a very earthy tone to it, but it's made a lot brighter by like the lavender and the cornflower. It's delightful.
I feel of all of the characters. Ooh, liquid.
This is definitely like a bright morning tea. I would have this with like a pastry or
a dream pastry?
Or a small child.
No.
Or a small child.
I like that it has ginkgo biloba in it because that's really good for memory and it helps me remember how much I hate my life.
Yay.
And I know this is super weird, but I like the way when I exhale, it feels in my mouth. Is that weird? Like, I don't know.
Enjoy your breath leaving your body.
Yeah.
I get that with like mint teas, like when you like breathe, it's like very refreshing.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
I
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it's very refreshing.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I think of all of
very bright tea.
Of all of the characters, I feel like it reminds me of Constantina a lot. Very travel through the mist. The jasmine especially is very Constantina. I was trying to make some sort of transition with like last breath or whatever, but I'm not even going to. My last announcement is that Tales from the Mist is part of the Level Up Diceomancy program. Level Up Dice, they make really pretty dice. We've posted some that the Tales from the Mist crew has received that match our characters. I think Constantina is holding one up. But if you're thinking of getting yourself some awesome gemstone or aluminum dice, use our Diceomancy link, which I think the mods, Jack, is going to throw into the chat in a little bit. And if you do, make sure during checkout you leave a love note for Tales from the Mist. Tell them why you love our show. Every order that leaves a love note will get a really cool special vinyl sticker. And if it's an order of 100 or more, you'll get an additional gift. I don't know what it's going to be. Probably something awesome. But that's word on the street for the Diceomancy program. So please check that out.
Maybe it's a box of snakes.
It could be a box of snakes. It could be a phylactery for you to drink. It could be a deep betrayal. Anything Tales from the Mist themed. Yeah.
That's the most likely.
Yeah. Then on that lovely note, I'm going to gently pass it back to our dungeon master.
Thank you. I was very delighted to finish that tea because it has a very like fragrant finish, and I keep burping flowers now.
Oh, well, how lovely.
Actually, it sounds like a really cute, like, curse. I don't know.
Okay, I know there was, like, a thing in, it's like a medieval fairy tale where people will, like, when they talk, like flowers will come out of their mouths. I think it's like a very Arabian Nights type. Anyway, it doesn't matter. What
that
does
seems
matter
lovely.
is that there are no flowers in this place.
No.
Just sun and sand. Well, no sun anymore, at least, now that the moon has risen high. How long does it take Vasily and Vargas and Nicodemus to catch up to Mercy, Constantina, and Jericho?
You said 3 minutes last episode, right?
Well, I'm asking you all.
Oh.
That's awfully specific. 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's your weird abomination, Kayla. How long does it take?
I 3 to 5 minutes.
How many abyssal horsepower is,
Oh yeah,
is Nico?
40 abyssal horsepower engine.
He's 60. He goes
60 abyssal horsepower.
He goes 60 feet per second. His speed is 60. I will go ahead and retcon something. I wasn't sure how quick bullet trains in Sharn went. So I said 100 miles per hour. Not true.
Okay.
Because that would definitely make Mudar 800 miles away. And we just don't have time. That's ridiculous. No,
God.
they go 30 miles an hour.
Are you making me do like a math problem? Because
No, it's okay. I already did all the math for you.
Ravenloft.
Don't worry, I did all the math for you. Noticed you didn't fill out the phobias question earlier today, so I'll remember that.
What question?
So, question: if one train leaves Ravenloft going 30 miles an hour, this will be on the SATs.
No.
Today we are all cursed.
So, would you say it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for Nicodemus to catch up to the rest of your companions?
Yeah, he's very fast.
What do they see? Actually, 3 to 5 minutes. Jericho?
I mean, looking back over my shoulder, I'm pretty sure Jericho sees a horrifying, looks like another demon coming after us.
Is your invisibility still up?
5
It lasts
minutes?
about an hour.
Okay. I was just wondering if you
Oh,
kept it
no.
up.
We about to be dead. We're gonna get smooshed. Typical. Vasily would smoosh us.
Yeah.
Are you going to stand in the way of it? And
Oh,
Jericho
no.
starts bloody.
Another monster. Constantina, we should hide. I mean, move at least. You're kind of hidden now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think we should just like stand here.
We tumble. It looks really cool, but no one can tell.
Okay. Could you roll me a d20 for just how cool it looks?
Oh, no.
Even though no one can tell.
Even though nobody can tell. It will look cool regardless of what you roll, but I just want to see what Olympic level.
Do I add anything to this?
You can add acrobatics.
Acrobatics. 11.
It looks really cool. You probably could have taken bronze at the Olympics. Like, if
Whoa.
you
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Too
I'm
bad
like, I
nobody
stick the
saw.
landing.
Can invisible people see each other?
Probably not.
I might be able? No.
Wait, what?
No. In terms of like, I cast the spell, nah, it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
We're good.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not that crazy.
Ooh, you almost gave that away, Jericho. Gotta be quicker than that.
We're so suspicious of everyone now. Finally, 3 seasons and we learned how to be suspicious of
I
you.
100% am counting on it. Lawfully. You are riding Nicodemus still?
Yes.
And after about 5 minutes of riding on Nicodemus's back, he starts and then clacking his beak against the tracks and then cautiously stalking alongside the railroad tracks, just sort of tossing his big, feathery, shaggy head to and fro. So what do the very invisible Mercy, Constantina, and Jericho, who have moved out of the way of Nicodemus, what do they see?
Oh, am I saying what they see?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess they see what they would perceive as another just like huge demon. We decided I think he had 6 faces or like 6 mouths last time.
He had
Is that
6
it?
mouths that responded to you at the time. You
Yeah.
don't know how many mouths or faces he has.
So he has like multiple mouths and faces, mound of like limbs and fur, and just like this giant beak filled with rows of teeth.
He does have
And-
6 limbs,
Yes.
in case that wasn't made clear last time.
And potentially I feel like they would be able to see that there are figures on his back. Like I don't think he's that big to where they couldn't see like, you know, on top of him.
Right.
So I think they would be able to see that we were up there. I don't know if they could identify us. We didn't get like dirty or anything, so possibly if they're looking. So that they see Vargas and Vasily riding this like disgusting demon thing.
What is this terrible creature from this land of sand? And I would like to perceive the creature and what might be on it.
So for free, without your perception, you can tell mechanically this creature is huge.
Okay.
You can roll a perception.
Yes, please. 17. So a 17.
Yeah, a 17. There's something about him that is familiar. You've been friends with Vasily for a long time, and that means that you've picked
Thought I
up on a
was.
particular... You have been acquainted with Vasily for a long time, and thus you've picked up on her particular abyssal aura. And Nicodemus, in the time that you spent on the ship, had a similar aura. You recognize that now as uniquely Vasily.
I think it might
with
be
this-
one of
Yeah,
her
and with a
children?
17, you can see there are legs draped over the side, as though a rider.
Halt, monster!
And Nicodemus will toss his big head in your direction and sort of his beak
That sounds familiar.
bucket and do a and snuff at the sand. So trying to smell and find you, but he cannot see you.
Are you one of hers? One of Vasily's children?
Vasily, you can hear.
Okay, I didn't know if I could like hear.
You should be
them
able to hear.
talking.
15 by 15 is not enough that you wouldn't be able to hear, I think, Mercy speaking conversationally to Nicodemus.
Oh, okay, I'm just gonna look down and be like, "You can stop being invisible now. It's just number 5. He went through puberty."
Out of nowhere, because I'm invisible, a vanilla peppermint gets thrown onto the tracks.
A vanilla peppermint gets thrown onto the tracks, and a tendril snakes out as quick as you can blink from Nicodemus's side and pops it into a mouth that forms along his side.
I can't stop it. But, Vasily, was that you, Vargas?
Mother, Mercy is here.
Yeah, I can tell. Yeah, it's us. We're fine.
Is Vargas there?
I just like elbow
totally
Vargas.
slide off of Nicodemus.
Completely ignoring Vasily now, although I guess it's hard to tell because I'm still invisible. I rush over to Vargas and just invisibly hug him. And Mercy's voice is just ringing into the air around them. Vargas, I was so worried for you, and I thought that you had perished, and I cried for you, Vargas. I'm so glad that you are okay.
I'll go to
I've missed
Vasily.
you terribly, Mercy. I've just missed you terribly. I am going through so much. I need my greatest friend in the whole world to help me through all of my problems. Everything is so problematic. And Vasily was mean to me. Because I was trying to do an experiment. You think she would be very for this, but she's not for this.
She
And
likes
I am just-
experiments.
I'm just sad now, and I'm sad. Everything is hot. I'm very sweaty.
Oh, and I know it's probably attached to me, so you probably still can't see it, but I like to imagine that there's like a little handkerchief just blotting you.
Disembodied handkerchief, I love it.
Yeah, disembodied handkerchief, and Mercy is just kind of going on and on about how Vasily also hurt my feelings, and I am sad, and I totally understand. I'm surprised she seems to like experiments so much more than her friends, and so I'm sorry that she didn't like your experiment, and you're going through so much, Vardgeese. Just pat, 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 pat.
So much. Where are you?
I don't know.
Do I see, like, am I able to see, like, is Jericho, are you also invisible?
Yeah, we're all invisible.
Okay, go.
But I'm like, I assume these are the people that we lost. And then
Who's the...
he turns on, so, yeah, sorry. They turn on their lantern and basically all three of them reappear.
Oh, that was...
I'm here.
A little trick, I love that. Who?
Zizi's Constantina. You know Constantina. And Zizi's our new friend, Jericho. And Zizi's a coffin. It has stuff in it.
Yes, that is my coffin. Thank you.
Oh, do you... No judgment here. Do you live in the coffin, or are you meant to be inside of it all the time? Because...
I'll return to it when it's time. Thank you.
What?
Wait, what?
I like that I said it as though I don't know anything about our guest. I was just like,
I mean, I have also, like, I've met a couple girls who are into that kind of thing. So, whatever, love you, bliss. No kink shaming here. But does it have wheels or something?
Honestly, no.
Carry-on coffin.
It's
Is
quite
this
a
gonna fit
plain
underneath your
coffin.
seat, sir?
I would like to go to Vasily. And are you still sitting on Nicodemus?
No, I probably slid off of his back, or he helped me down because he seems to use his limbs to do that sometimes.
I go over to you and I go to hug you, but then I don't because I know that you don't like that. So I make just kind of a weird hi, I'm glad you're okay. Where did you go? I assumed that you had some sort of magic or something, but we didn't see you at all.
Well, my intention was to open a door to the lab and take you into it, and I guess Vargas and maybe Mercy, but Mercy literally ran away with you before I could do it. So Vargas and I went and hid in the lab until we could get back out. So we were fine.
Everything happened really fast, and I was kind of couldn't really make my own choice at that moment. So I'm just glad that we're all okay. Maybe we should stick together, or maybe we can come up with a plan. Next time, we get exploded and separated. I don't know. Seems like it could probably happen again.
I mean, I'm open to it. I had a plan at that moment. It was just quickly ruined, but we're all fine.
Vardgeese, can you please tell Vasily that I was trying to save Constantina from dying? And Vardgeese, could you please tell Vasily that there is a shadow demon chasing us, so maybe we shouldn't just stand here going on and on and on about our plan.
Well, Vargas, could you please tell Mercy that I was going to save everyone, not just one person.
Why didn't you just talk to each other? Why are you talking through Vargas? He's not going to tell them the right thing anyway.
An amazing mediator. Of course they would talk to me. First, I want to show you something that I found in the lab. It's very cute. And I pull out the little puppet of Vasily that I've drawn angry eyebrows on. Look at it. It looks just like her. She's so angry. But also, if there's a demon, I really don't want it to be outside.
Yeah, I do appreciate how comfortable you all are.
What we could
now.
do, Mercy, every time you're sad and you're mad at Vasily, you just talk to this cute puppet instead. How about that? And I wave the little arm. Oh, look at... Oh, wait, hold on. I have to get in character. I'm very grumpy.
I love Vargas's metamorphosis into Tahani al-Jamil.
I love Tahani. But yeah, I wave so I love science and my children. Why Why do I sound like I'm from Zadash all of a sudden? We'll work on it somewhere else. We'll work on it later. But if you're mad, you just talk to this one. I have another one in my bag for me.
You have another one?
Yeah, I took like 2. I just took a bunch of Beanie Babies.
Mercy takes the little doll.
As you reach out and take the doll, Vasily, you can see the shattered remnants of Mercy's gauntlet. Go ahead, Mercy.
And then I'm just gonna be like, well, thank you for this gift, Vardgis. It looks just like Vasily, which means the doll will probably betray me as well. And I'm just gonna put it in my pack.
Oh, well, Vargas,
It's
you
not
probably...
sentient, so at least I hope not. That would be... Actually, now that I think about it...
Vasily would probably make a sentient doll that betrays people.
Well, Vargas, you might want to be careful giving her gifts because she seems to just destroy them when she's done with them.
Oh, I thought you were dead, so I didn't need to keep it to make you feel good anymore.
Ooh, this is so awkward for me. Is this a... They're demons, and we should leave? I think... Let's go somewhere else, perhaps. My good man, let's go.
Vasily gets back up on Nicodemus's back.
Okay, I don't... She looks really bad. I'll just walk. Fresh air will be great for me.
Nicodemus turns his head all the way around to look at Vasily and says, Mother, they are correct. The horde is nigh. We should move.
Is
Fine,
Nicodemus okay? He seems different.
Oh, I'm sorry, care? And I reach a hand for Constantina for her to get up.
I do the whole move my body. When a young man reaches a certain age, he goes through a lot of things. There's an ugly phase, I didn't have that. Probably Nikolai, but not me. Other people, Drow don't really have that problem. We are forever beautiful, but we can talk about it another time. We should away, and I will walk with you, Mercy, my friend, and I will hold my arm out for Mercy.
I will tell you... take Vargas's arm.
And I don't know if I'll have to roll for this TK, but I want to try and slip something into Mercy's bag.
Who are you? Are you deceiving? Are you being stealthy? What are
I'm
you
being
doing?
stealthy because I don't want anyone else to see it. I'm okay with Mercy seeing because eventually it's her bag, but I want to
Let's
try and sneak
do deception.
Okay. That's gonna be great for me. Because that's a +7.
Just because it's not something that requires dexterity, but you are trying to be sneaky and hide it.
Okay, that's a 19 for me.
Oh. If anybody wants to watch Vargas and see whether or not Vargas is doing something sneaky, you are free to contest that.
He's always doing something sneaky.
Yeah, I wouldn't be specially looking out for
Jericho?
I think
That's
Jericho
Vargas.
paid attention to that, especially with this 21.
Oh.
Okay, so is that your passive insight? Or did you roll insight?
I rolled insight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yes, you do notice Vargas slip. What did you slip, Vargas?
It's a piece of paper.
A folded piece of paper into...
A parchment. It's a piece of parchment.
Okay, a folded slip of parchment into Mercy's bag.
Mercy did not notice because she was busy brushing those remnants you mentioned off of her arm.
I need a moment.
It's like when your parent, you're at a friend's house and their parents start fighting, and you're like, "What do I do?"
Just
and your friend is completely unbothered, and you're like,
you're like, so does this mean they're not gonna make us pizza rolls?
Oh my god.
Oh man, I want
call
pizza
my
rolls.
mom?
Sure.
They're drinking beer.
Can we play Xbox in your room? Or
No.
Jesus. And they're just like, no, for real. One of them's gonna say a really colorful cuss word in it. You're just like, I don't wanna spectate this. Anyway.
That's oddly
Or you're
specific.
like, if your parents get divorced, do I get to come to both houses or what?
Which one's gonna have the Xbox?
Yeah.
It takes a little under 2 hours at a steady pace for the group of you to reach Akkan, a small railway depot. In that time, This nearly full moon has risen well to its zenith and has begun sucking most of the color out of the sky into a dull, dark red. The screams and the gleeful cackles of the abyssal horde resound on the horizon here, but you don't see any of them. There are a few very high torches, one building with a platform, and a couple of people waiting for the train to come. In the distance, a couple 100 feet, you can see houses for other locomotives and carrier trains. But for now, you see the platform, the building, and a small sign that says Violet Express Telegram Service. That is what you see when you reach Akkan. Rapture, you are standing on the passenger platform.
Mhm.
Of the 3 or 4 people standing beside you, when 6 people come in the company of a large, fiendish monster along this wide railroad track, what would they see if they saw you?
Well, they would see a very well-dressed tiefling. She has this really deep burgundy skin and this heart-shaped face. Not sure if they could actually see from that distance anything close, but she's got this white, bone white, sleeveless leather duster over an azure corset that sort of fans out into a skirt that's got high slits. And on her side, she has something sheathed, and on her back, she's got a crisscross of items. And I think in the glinting light, you could probably see that one of the items is a sword hilt. As they get closer, they would see that the corset actually has beading on it that looks pearlescent, and that she's wearing very comfortable looking slippers that are velvety with again like pearlescent thread that looks like spider webs on it. And the items on the back of her are actually crisscrossed. One is it looks like a fiddle, the head of a fiddle, and the other is the sword. And then at her hip it's sheathed the bow for the fiddle.
Vartgis, over there. That lady is so fancy.
That is a very fancy woman. I suddenly am not sad. I love that lady. She's so well dressed.
Oh, look, she plays the fiddle, Constantina. Constantina, did you see? I'm like pulling on your leg.
She actually plays it though.
Vartgis.
Vargas, how dare you? Look,
I've never seen you do it. I'm just saying.
About anything else. That's the one thing that I pride myself about. Okay,
I've just never seen you do it. That's all.
Mercy's going to.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I just forgot.
Mercy just walks away from them, arguing, and goes up to Rapture. Although I don't know that's her name. And I'm just like, hello. It's so nice to meet another tiefling so far from home.
Oh my, what have we here? Unicorn.
Some people say Sat, but Mercy. My name is Mercy. What is your name?
Mercy me. The name's Rapture.
Oh, well, I like your sparkly outfit and your sleepers. They're so pretty. But sorry, we just landed here and I don't know where I am, and these are my friends, VCing, and anyway, my name's Mercy. I said that already. Varghese, Varghese, help.
This lot and that thing.
This is this lovely young man he's going through a time right now. You know that special time in a young man's life. I think that's what this is. It's the ugly phase. I've never had that personally. I know that other people have, not me. My name is Vargas, by the way. But this delightful young man under there somewhere belongs to our friend Vasily up there. And
Our traveling acquaintance.
And our friend Constantina, who also plays musical instruments. I think I've heard that she does, but I can't remember it, so it's fine.
I can assure you, I'm quite well acquainted with young men going through a time, and I've not seen something like this before.
He's a special boy, you know. He's a special boy.
I'm just going to shout down from on his back and be like, I made him.
Yes, that is Vasily. She made this creature to be like herself, but really just made it look like her soul.
I just roll my eyes. I just am like,
I understand. We're all going through a bit of an adjustment period. We're not from here. I'm sure you can
No, that's quite clear.
Yeah. This is our friend, coffin friend, whose name I never.
Jericho.
Yes, Jerry Curls.
Yes, Jerry Curls.
I just wanted to do that joke just once. He has a coffin, and that's fine. You know, people are into things. That's fine. Whatever.
I haven't checked, but I think it just has his stuff in it.
Probably. It's like a fancy bag.
Are you from here?
Don't know many people are from around these parts.
Did you also travel through the mists?
I suppose many of us have.
Are you still waiting for the train?
It's been delayed.
Perhaps permanently. Has no one else come to warn you?
Not while I've been here. What have they said?
It's not so much what they said, so much as I was on the train, and now I am no longer on the train.
Well, I was as well, but there are other trains.
Jericho and Rapture. As you two speak to one another, you get a sense of each other. Two mechanically opposed creations. Rapture, the aura coming off of Jericho is inherently radiant. Jericho, you have spent the last couple of hours in the company of both infernal and abyssal, and Rapture is neither. And as you have this conversation, shunk, window comes open on the building, and look, if you're gonna stand on the platform, you're gonna have to actually buy tickets.
Well, are you going to honor the ticket that I had earlier today?
Yeah, you're fine. The new express is coming through. They're clearing out the mess on the railroad, but we'll get you. It'll be just a few minutes. They're coming through by way of the north.
Rapture looks over at Jericho and says, as I told you.
Very well.
Are you going to Mudar?
Yes, is that your destination?
It is.
I don't know where I'm going.
ticket counter he'll lean forward, and a squat, blue-skinned tiefling with a collection of horns and a crown
Another tiefling!
along his forehead. Styx Railway only goes to Mudar.
I would like 1 ticket to Mudar. Varghese, do you need a ticket? Vasily, do you... Oh, I mean, Constantina, do you need a ticket?
I mean, I can buy my own or pitch in. Doesn't matter.
We need 3 tickets to Mudar.
All right.
One's for Vasily too. I will buy
have a
that.
question
I don't know.
about the ticket. Question about the ticket. Does this is a scene abomination. Does it also need a ticket, or is it like some sort of deal? You know, you buy them all in bulk, or what?
In the meantime, when you are asking this question, Nicodemus has spoken to Vasily and tells Vasily, "Mother, I must rest."
I slide off his back.
He collapses into a heap of ash, and in the center of it is your carved raven.
So I like pick it up and pocket it.
That's weird.
Should we scoop the rest of him to
No,
like
it's
a
fine.
jar?
It's fine. Those are leavings. You can leave them.
Will he be the same size when he comes back, or will he be the size of the raven? Or
He could be larger. I don't know.
Mercy has this same sort of I don't care face, but she is using her dust broom to dust up the ashes. Because it bugs her.
Who's paying for the tickets?
I could maybe pay. Hang on, let me see.
How much is a ticket?
Standard fare.
I don't know how much satis.
He points to a board beside him. Who reads Infernal?
I do.
That's one Infernal. You are not entirely aware of this system of currency. You see a lot of digits with decimal points, but nothing that really explains an exchange rate.
I hold out my check that I have from the last quest that we were paid for via check, and I'm like, can you split these?
And
I just kind of wave it in the window.
Grabs it and sniffs the paper, and the corner of it, just licks the corner and throws it back out the window at you. Can't tell how many souls that's worth.
What?
Give me. Soul's the only currency out here in the wasteland. Come on.
I don't have any souls except for my own and my
Debatable.
friends. I take I feel like I like put my hand in the bag and I like stress squeeze the Vasily in there.
It's like one of those like squishies. Would Vargas be familiar with this currency at all? Like,
roll. You know what, Vargas? I would like for you to roll me a wisdom, just straight wisdom. Use your saving throw modifier. It's not a saving throw. I want you to try and remember something.
I did roll a 21, 17 plus 4.
There was a time when you were a child, and it comes back in a flood of memory that you are not sure what the trigger was. The only currency that matters, is the soul. And as a child, you heard someone tell that to your mother. Is there another coin on you, like the one that Vasily found?
Let me check. Let me check.
The most likely place with a 21 would be your sword hilt.
I will check my sword hilt.
All right. When you grab the sword hilt, you see the same crevice that previous one had been in. And you see 4 more.
Okay, so are they like, the crevices, are they filled with anything?
4 soul coins, that's all you got.
There's 4 of us. I just wanted to double check. So, I will.
The knowledge that Nicodemus eats these, are you prepared to spend them?
We can't get on the train. Actually,
Even if the train's gonna show up, I wouldn't.
can I go up to the clerk, like the ticket guy, and I want to see if I will tell him that we don't know why we're here. We just came here. Is there any way to exchange coins somewhere? We don't have any soul coins.
I think as you're having this conversation, Rapture is going to sort of lean back on the counter sill, and just lean her elbows back. And at this point, you can see she's very curvaceous, and just sort of look over at Vargas and Mercy.
Oh, looking at me.
Seems
you're having a bit of a time here.
We are
hard luck.
we're new in town. We just arrived. We have not had any time to exchange our money, and I was
The
wondering.
coins here are called souls, and I don't have any souls.
Yeah, we don't have any of those.
What a strange name for a currency.
Would you perhaps be able to swap them for something? Are you looking for something currently? I have a stash of Beanie Babies that look like our friend. Or is there anything that we could provide you with that you were looking for in exchange for these? Or do you know how to exchange them?
Well, your lovely unicorn here is quite interesting to me. I think perhaps my employer might want to have a chat with you.
She's so lovely. She's so radiant, isn't she? Like, I've never seen like a pure white tiefling before. It's just very rare and beautiful.
I love talking to people.
She's like a little doll. I love her so much. My best
Oh,
friend.
Vargas, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, who is your employer?
Oh yeah, I guess that's important, isn't it?
Oh, it's Madame Magdalene.
That's a pretty name.
Oh, not as pretty as you, though.
Oh. I'm just standing on the side, like waving my hands at my face.
Are we accidentally gonna sell our friend into a brothel?
She just said
Listen,
I
that's her
could talk.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just talking. We're just gonna talk. Turn your location on. We're just gonna talk in the Abyssal Denny's parking lot. But I feel like that's probably the best idea. As there's no way for us to make any money here. I have never not had money, so don't love that.
No one will take this piece of papers that they gave me. I'm starting to think this check isn't real money.
It is. It's complicated. You have to take it to somebody, and then they exchange it for you. It's a whole thing. Do you want me to hold on to it for you?
Yes, please, Vargas.
Okay, hold on to this, and then I'll just take it. We're never cashing these checks. That's the theme of the show. We never cash checks.
TK, you're muted.
I knew that. I'm ridiculous.
No, you're
So,
fine.
what is the decision that we have reached?
I will be happy to talk to your friend if you will help this passage for mine and our traveling companion. I gesture in Vasili's general direction.
And I suppose you lot are capable.
Some more than others, for sure.
Yeah,
Some more than others.
Some more than others. Some of us explode people's
Vasily,
labs.
don't do
But-
it. Don't ruin this for me, please. I beg you. I'm having a terrible day. Going through a breakup. Yes, we are very capable. Some of us have killed Dark Lords. Others have turned into like dogs or something. And I'm just a man of mystery. I've done many things.
That we know. We are very capable. We do, contract jobs when we need to get from place to place.
All right. I suppose I can cover your fare. If Mercy here is willing to speak with my employer and the rest of you are capable.
I would love to. I have so many questions.
I see that you carry an instrument. Are you a musician? That's what your employer does, perhaps?
It's an entertainment club.
Oh, well, that's convenient. I'm also an entertainer, so perhaps that's some way that we can help. Vargas, and I shove Vargas.
Constantina is very good at the violin, I think.
Because everyone is stronger than Vargas, I think. At last check, Vargas just goes,
Going
through some things.
Constantina's getting a little feral as the moon continues in its...
Oh, yeah. Whoops.
So
Whoops, the moon.
It's probably a legit shove. Probably harder than she intended, actually. I am a performer, and I know that, I'm sure as a group we could come up with some interesting, act for you, but I look forward to, hearing your music. I think you're muted.
I suppose you shall at some point. Not sure we're looking for more entertainment at the club, though.
All right.
Perhaps be useful in other ways.
Sure. We're open.
Certainly honest ways of earning soul coin, now isn't it?
Honest is a funny word, isn't it?
I'm not laughing.
Honest.
I'm also not laughing.
Yeah. It's so funny, Rapture.
The man in the window leans forward to Rapture and says, "So these are on Magdalene's tab?"
Aye.
All right, you're all under Hatherite jurisdiction now. Who do I make these tickets out to?
My name is Mercy.
And he scrawls Mercy, puts a stamp, and the stamp is a stylized cow's head.
Ooh.
And slips it out the window. Who's next?
I'll do mine. Constantina? I want to give you my last name. First name should probably be plenty.
Constantia. Stamp out the window.
Close enough.
Next.
I will. My name is Vargas.
Virgo.
Perfect.
Stamp out the window.
Vasily Ava Mordenheim, and then I look over at Mercy as I say that.
As he begins to scroll the V, he stops, glances up at you, glances at the paper. All right. Vasily Stamp reaches over, grabs a folded slip of paper, and hands it to you with your ticket. You've had a message waiting for you.
Thanks.
Next.
Will my ticket from before still be valid?
Let me see.
They kind of take it out of their pocket, unscroll it, and then passes it into the window.
For you, he takes a green stamp that's just got a little smiling imp on it, and then slips it back to you. Hand it to the conductor. You won't get in any trouble.
Thank you.
Oh, Vargas, they spelled your name wrong.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Vargu? Is that your real name? Is Vargas a nickname?
No.
Got a real Gary Terry situation going on.
Vargas, Sleepy Gary, Blackstone.
Gary Terry Jerry situation.
Miracle. Oh man. No, I'll just like look at it dejectedly as somebody who has like gone to places and had my name misspelled. I'm like, I'll be Adele today. I'll just have a new life. I'll run into the forest.
Yeah, it's like, guess I live here now.
Yeah, I guess this is me now.
Yeah. So, the train comes after a few minutes of solid silence, just standing on that passenger platform. And it wheels forward, a bright red, shiny as chrome locomotive.
Ooh.
And along the side it says Ferryman Express.
It's red. So pretty.
I've never been on the train before. I've always wanted
Carrier
to.
door opens, steps extend downwards. And a rather young, rosy-cheeked, face full of freckles, Vistani woman stands at the top of the stairs. Who is coming aboard? We don't have all day. Come on, I'm on the schedule.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Mercy.
Up, up, up. Bring
Oh,
your
okay,
luggage.
all right.
It's okay.
I guess I go up and show my ticket.
Yeah, she's get seated. We will take your tickets in just a few minutes.
Okay. I go and I want to go find a seat away from everyone.
Now, this is a single cabin carrier locomotive. It's a very small. They're about. Roll me a d10, somebody.
I will do that.
Yeah, sure.
Because I got my
Live your best life.
Wait, this is a D10, right?
Okay.
Oh, wait. 5.
There's about 5 other passengers already there. In the back is freight. That's usually where most people have put like their bigger luggage and things like that. But for the most part, these look like wastelanders who really just needed a break on their way to Mudar. Most people are asleep as technically it's night here. And you can see that there are blackout curtains that you can pull down.
Is there any overhead storage?
For your coffin.
Yes, there is. Though,
Does this
as
fit
you
the guidelines for size?
there is overhead storage, and it's just iron rails that go across all of the seats. And the Vistani woman pulls out a pocket watch, and she's, "Is this all? Is this everybody?"
I get on the train. Here's my ticket. My name is Vargu. I want to go sit down now. I sit next to Vasily.
When as each person gets on the train, they see that this Vistani woman, this conductor, at the most 5'1", small, very very round, but sturdy. And anybody who gets too close will get an elbow in the side as she tries to guide you inside. Like, come on, let's get on track. We got to go.
Rapture knows the drill here, and she boards the train, but I think she's going to go to the front of the train, and if there's anybody there...
Rapture is the only person who this conductor moves out of the way for. And she says, Miss Rapture, good to see you again.
She nods over at her. If there's anybody in the front of the train, she's going to kick at their boot to wake them up.
There is an older man at the front of the train, and you kick at his boot, and he looks up at you, sees you. There's a glint of recognition, and he gets up immediately and moves.
She takes his warm seat.
Mercy is going to go sit next to Rapture.
Okay.
I will sit next to Vasily.
Okay.
And I will
the
pull
back
out
of the bus.
where I belong. I'm gonna pull out the Vasily, the Vasily doll with the angry eyebrows, and hold it up and be like, Vasily. Could you actually, real quick, I was wondering if maybe you could invent something, because you're very smart and wonderful. If you could invent something that goes inside of it, so like I can keep the things that you say, and I can just like pull it. And she says, I used to have a little puppet that did that when I was a boy.
Vargas.
Very fun. What?
I literally was trying to prioritize helping you create something to help you harness your magic, but you would rather me stop and make you a voice box for this toy.
If I'm honest, yes. But I understand you will not do that. I know, but maybe after you're done, we could switch gears so I could have a little bit like, I love science and mercy and number 5.
I'll
And
think about it.
What was it you said at the lab? Yeehaw.
No. Oh, well, that's between us. Please don't tell me.
Okay, well,
Don't tell her. She's actually kind of embarrassed.
It will be, and now that Vargas knows it's a legitimate secret, he'll like put the doll like up to his face and be like, "It'll be our little secret. Don't tell anyone, Vasily. Don't tell anybody. Not so. Just you and me know now."
Vasily does not trust you because you stole all her money.
I didn't steal it. It's still in my bag. Also, I did give your notebook bag full of your sciences. We are friends, remember?
Showed you my yeehaw. Please just stop.
Please respond. Oh, Vasily
I
already
always
has a
knew there
headache.
was something fantastical about you, you little grumpy puss. I knew there was something. Now I have it, so now you have to help me, otherwise I'm going to tell Mercy you say hee-haw.
I look pleadingly around for Constantina and that other guy that I just met, or person I just met, like who, where?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm looking for my seats. I probably would sit next to or near Jericho.
Yeah, I'm looking for a place where I can keep an eye on as many people as possible, so probably somewhere towards the center of the car.
Okay.
And I make sure I have out a mace of warning. That's what it's called. There you go.
Ah, nice.
Just lay it nicely on my lap. It's bound with a nice red rope.
All right. As all of you get seated, stairs come up, the door shutters, and the little Vistana woman turns around to greet the rest of you and says, "Greetings. Welcome to the Ferryman Express aboard the Styx Railway. We are on a one-way trip to Mudar, unless something special is required." And that last part she directs to Rapture. If there are extra stops that we can make for you, Miss Rapture, we will certainly prioritize those.
No, I think
Now,
the most direct is good.
everybody, please direct your attention to our safety signs. You will notice they are not there. That is because you are on the cheapest ride. My name is Dulcime. Please do not address me at any time during this trip unless you absolutely need to, which you will not. We will be on this train
Spirit
for...
error.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Yes, spirit air.
They're going to charge you for that seatbelt buckle.
Use the seatbelt buckle. Make sure it's nice and taut.
$10.
Yeah. We are on a... And she checks her watch. 6-hour trip to Mudar. There is no food. There is no water. Have a delightful trip. And she opens the door and enters the conductor's room, the engine room, and then shutters it behind her. You feel the train shudder to a start and begin to pull away from Akkan.
Well, she seemed nice.
You've a funny way about you. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I come from Darkon, so that's where my family lives, and I was traveling with a friend, but she's not here anymore. But since then, I've met Konstantina and Vargas, and we keep getting picked up by Zimis and being thrown into places, and there was a magical crown, and then Konstantina turned into a werejackal. Oh, it's not my news to share, but anyway, I get nervous when I'm talking to new people, especially when they are so sparkly.
She laughs. It's nothing to be worked up about. Secrets between us.
What about you? You seem very important?
Oh, no. Just a bard doing bardic work.
You must be very creative.
I suppose I'm quite good with the fiddle. Your friend is as well.
Yes, I think so. Yes, I have heard her play it. Once.
Can Rapture tell if she's being honest?
She played the violin on the boat. I remember that.
I mean, like the
Yeah,
quality.
and I feel like she also played during wedding preparations, even if she didn't get to play at the wedding.
Okay, so I've heard her play
Whether or
multiple
not-
times.
Whether or not
I think Mercy genuinely thinks Constantine is great.
Oh yeah, she did do that concert. I forgot. She
Yeah.
did a concert on the boat.
It's quite an interesting lot you're traveling with. Don't you think traveling? Well, have you traveled with your own kind?
Oh, when I was in school at the academy, there was a tiefling sorority that I was a part of. And that was nice. But, well, I'm not like the other tieflings. They grew up in their families, and when I was a baby, I was swapped for a human baby. And so I grew up with humans, and I don't know who my family is, and so that is why I travel.
You're looking for family?
Yes. Are there lots of tieflings here? I notice. I mean, you have the tiki person had the horns.
I think you'll fit in quite well, especially at Madame Magdalene's.
Are there lots of
Quite
tieflings
cool.
there?
Yes.
Do you think maybe they know where? I mean, I could ask some questions maybe, and see maybe they know who my family is, and I can find my parents, and then I won't be alone in the world.
Madame Magdalene's quite powerful here, and if you're looking for something, it's quite possible that she'll be able to find it for you.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her then. I wonder if I was switched when I was a baby. That means that my parents' baby was switched, and so I wonder if she was raised by tieflings or devils, or I don't really know where she is or where she would have gone, and so I'm looking for her too, for my mother and father.
My love, I doubt she's still around, if you know what I mean.
Oh, so probably she wouldn't stay here.
One way of putting it.
You mean she's probably a traveler like me? Like in a way, we are sisters. I get what you're saying.
I'm sure you do. You're gonna fit in right well with Madame Magdalene's.
Mercy is like glowing right now. She's so happy. All of the answers are going to come.
Yeah.
Constantina and Jericho real quick.
You know, I'm disappointed that there's no snacks because 6 hours is like a long time to go without getting a snack. But, you know, I always keep a little something in my bag and I pull out like a flask.
A flask is a snack?
It's a liquid snack and I offer it to Jericho. It's probably terrible, but, you know.
It's called a liquid lunch, TK. Business people do it all the time.
Which ones? Patrick Bateman?
Maybe.
Sorry, that was an
I don't
American
know any
Psycho
business people right now.
That's an American Psycho reference, and the answer is no, he does not. He
No,
values
thank
his
you.
skin.
Do you mind if I just like, you know, I don't, if it bothers
Please,
me.
go right ahead. These people you are traveling with, you consider them friends?
Sure. I mean, we've traveled together for like a couple of weeks, I think. Couple of weeks. Yeah, I mean, sure, it's been, you know, kind of a roller coaster, but yeah.
There's certainly a lot of distrust and animosity.
Yeah, I know. It's really like, you know, coming off in waves right now, isn't it? We just, yeah, we had like a thing a couple days ago that I think we're still trying to, sort out. But I mean, yeah, I feel like we look out for each other, or we try.
Tell me, where are you going?
I don't know because I don't really know where we are, and this seems to have happened to us recently where we go through the mist and end up in a place that we didn't plan, which for me is not how traveling through the mist ever goes. Usually I know, or at least like can kind of expect what's on the other side. So I'm not sure. What about you? Where are you trying to go? Are you I think you said you weren't from here, yeah?
No, I am on a mission to Mudar to actually help as many people as I can.
Oh my goodness, that's such a good thing to do. I set out to try to do something similar, and I think I've kind of lost my way a little bit. But maybe this, maybe we're supposed to meet each other so I could get back on track. What are you trying to do to help people?
I think Jericho looks down at their mace for a second, and looks at their notes.
He just has like a crumpled up like paper, like, what am I doing?
He just looks at his. She's like, "How are you gonna help people?" He just like looks at his.
Like
your mace
bloody
is like
mace.
How like just
like,
his hand, like looks at their
cheeks on-
hand, and it's like a like
smudge, be
rubbed
like,
off note.
"Ha-
Yeah, help,
help
people. Like,
Just says Jericho Amarash funeral service.
The people here in Harakir are underneath a certain contract, if you will. Everyone's soul, once they die, is conscripted into the blood war. I have been asked to help as many people as I can by Ilmata.
Oh, well, that sounds very serious, and I don't know if I quite understood all of that. But how do you plan to go about that? Is this some sort of cause that you might need help with?
If you are willing to offer your own services and walk with Jericho, I would certainly not turn down the help. But I wonder if you need help right now, particularly your friend up ahead.
Mercy?
Yes.
Sure. Is she hurt? I don't really know like how everyone's, feeling right now.
I'm not entirely sure. We have to trust every single face we meet here. Granted, I'm also new to the mists. I'm just saying that we should tread with caution.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess if I trust that, then I have to trust you, right? Which kind of goes against what you just told me. And, that's kind of been my problem before, whereas I trust people too quickly, so I'll heed your advice.
How are you feeling, by the way?
Well, I mean, you helping me not that long ago did kind of keep me on my feet, but, my clothes are kind of ruined at this point. I probably look like a hot mess. I feel okay. I'll probably feel better if I just take a nap,
Good, I am glad.
Although I'm like really excited to be on this train because I've never, been on the train before. And, with the menagerie, we used to talk about maybe building out train systems in different domains. So I don't know. This is cool.
Out of all the trains I've been on, this one hasn't crashed yet.
Has that happened to you on every... Okay, first of all, how many train rides have you been on? And of those, how many have crashed?
One other one.
That was just the one that you told me about earlier, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, just checking to make sure that you had been on like 10 trains and like they all happened to
So-
crash with you on it, so.
Technically 50%.
Yeah, right. Math. That's a math lady meme.
I want to jump over to Vasily and Vargas.
Yes.
What's going on with you two on this train ride so far?
I have taken the Vasily doll, and then with the little Vasily arms, I'm like trying to get Vasily to smile. Like just like taking the little arms and doing this. Grumpy.
Vasily is like, her hands are very sweaty. Like, she wants to see what this message she got is, but she also doesn't want Vargas to see it. Because every time he learns one of her secrets, he uses it against her.
Whoa! I don't know about that. I use it to strengthen our bond, so we have common ground
But
through extortion.
she also knows as soon as someone says mean things about Vasily, you're just like, yeah, you know that person, whatever, goodbye.
No. I will.
Are we having like a mental discussion? Like,
Is there any way for like Vargas to, I don't know, like sense how Vasily feels? I feel like he knows that she is not having a great time, but
You're free to roll insight, and because of your dark powers ability, you are able to do that at advantage. But that's only if Vasily is contesting it.
Oh, okay.
yeah, she's definitely gonna contest it. So
And this is insight?
Mhm.
Okay, so 17.
What does a 17 tell Vargas, Vasily?
probably, I mean, he could probably tell that she's very nervous and visibly so, like kind of sense some nervous energy coming off of her, which was not present earlier. And there's nothing really going on to cause that. Like, she can't see Mercy from here or anything like that. And so he just knows that something's wrong.
Okay. Well, I will see that my Vasily Beanie Baby is not working, and I'll like pull it away, and I'll like put my chin on top of the head of the Beanie Baby and be like, Vasily, tell your friend Vargas, and I'm not gonna tell. I promise, I'm not gonna tell anybody about the hee-haw thing, mostly because that would be embarrassing for me to say. I won't tell anybody about it. We all have our weird things. I feel like, you know, a lot has happened recently. Shared trauma makes people very close. What can I do for you? As a friend, I'm asking as a friend with wanting nothing in return, because wanting things in return gets me into a little bit of trouble. So what if it was completely altruistic? I try it out, try something new every day. What can I, your friend, Vargas, with an I, do for you? Not Vargo, for goodness sake.
Vargas,
Yes.
I would like, I will tell you what's going on if you willingly enter into a binding pact with me that you will not tell anyone any of my secrets. Ever.
Ever? Like,
Ever.
Okay, so when you say ever, does that mean if you die, I can tell them?
If I die, you can tell them.
Okay.
Okay.
If I die and come back as ghost, can I? And you're
No,
still
I have to be dead. Okay. Do you want to do this or not?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because I need to belong. And I'm
She
sad.
she very dramatically takes off her glove and holds out her pinky to you.
What? What's wrong with it?
Just give me your pinky.
You have a perfectly good pinky. You don't.
Give
I
me your
don't
pinky.
want you-
Hold your pinky out.
Are you gonna... Is it gonna hurt?
You have to be willing to do this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it quick.
And when they lock pinkies, she wants to cast suggestion on him to where he will not tell anyone any of her secrets until she dies.
How long does suggestion last?
From my understanding, it lasts until it happens. Or it, like, is that right?
Read the thing to me.
Magically influenced. You have to make a wisdom saving throw, but
Okay.
he's willing.
Okay.
It pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. It only lasts 8 hours. I thought this was until it happened. I don't know. This is fine.
Well,
Oh no.
Yeah.
for you, the ability to make this permanent.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
I will offer you the ability to make this permanent.
Okay. Sure.
In exchange, you will need to take something of Vargas's to ensure your hold over him.
The Beanie Baby counts. I'm very attached to it.
It does not count. It needs to be something. You will need to take something from Vargas's body.
Ugh.
Blood, hair.
I want to take his pinky.
You will have to take it, and you will have to keep it as a talisman.
Okay.
Do you
Pinky
agree?
promise.
Do you agree?
I'll give you a lock of hair. It's very nice.
You said you would do this.
Do you have anything to make it hurt less?
Do I?
I can make it hurt less.
Please don't use your teeth. What do I need for this to be?
Yeah.
I really
You
don't
will have
wanna...
to. You will have to forcibly take something of Vargas's from his body to make this permanent and keep it as a talisman where no one can find it. And the phylactery will allow you to make this permanent.
I will say, if you take my pinky, it will be very hard to shoot a gun. So,
Well, what's your dominant hand?
both of them.
No, they're not.
How about
Just think
I,
on
I
it.
flip a coin? Just rip some of my weave out. Damn, get hood with it. Shit.
Is there something happening on the other side of the train? I feel like there's must not be anything.
Okay. So for now, we'll say it lasts 8 hours, and then I will figure out if I forcibly am taking his pinky.
There's so many other things to take.
Pinky promise.
You will also automatically fail a dark powers check
Oh, if I take his pinky?
for willingly giving into the phylactery, an evil artifact. But he won't be able to tell any of your secrets until you die permanently.
I just don't understand why.
Yeah, I cut off his pinky.
Oh my God.
Are you going to do that right now?
Yes.
With what?
I have a dagger.
Okay, you're going to draw your dagger and immediately cut off Vargas's pinky?
Yes.
I've already lost. So
Do the
much.
rest of us notice this?
This sounds like NJ Transit.
I mean, yeah,
does.
but
This
do
is
the
just
rest
a
of us
40 bus.
notice?
This is just the 40 bus in Seattle.
Okay, Vasily. Vargas, she's drawn her dagger. What would you like to do?
I don't want my pinky cut off, but I want.
Vasily, make a grapple check.
Ugh. She's way stronger.
I also want to, I don't know if this is a thing because I'm not a doctor, but if I were to cast like ice knife on my dagger, would it like freeze it or like make him numb at least so he wouldn't feel it?
No, but I think you can cut with an ice knife.
Okay. I don't know if that would help if it's like cold, if it's really cold.
Yeah, I think you can cut with an ice knife, and it would just we'll say it would freeze his hand.
Okay.
Does this count as danger by any chance?
The only danger is to me, and I deserve
Vargas,
everything
are
I
you
get.
distressed? Are you in danger?
No.
I'm in danger.
Oh, yes.
I'm in danger.
Doesn't the ice knife explode after you attack with it?
That's just like a minor detail. I don't know.
Okay, listen. Do you have wait, let me see. Do I have any like leftover opium or something?
Oh, you for sure do. I feel like
I
you took
super
extra.
feel like I have, I don't know, opium in my bag. Always.
Yeah, I was trying to see what I have. I don't have anything to give you. So if you have opium in your inventory.
Are you... Now remember, suggestion is on a willing creature, which means that Vargas has to be willing for this to actually work.
Right, and he said he was.
Do you describe this to... There's a difference between Hadil being okay with it and Vargas being okay with it.
I feel like, here's the thing.
Okay.
I feel like Vargas would be okay with it. He hasn't got anything to lose.
All
He
right.
got, it's a pinky. I still have the glove. Just put that shit on.
It's like
but
a floppy finger.
No. Here's the
All
thing.
right.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna let you cut my finger off. Vargas is gonna let you cut your finger off. But if you make a gun for me, which you have to,
Yeah.
I want like a cool thing that I can slide my hand into it so I can hold it correctly.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay, so let's stop drawing it out. Are you doing it?
Oh,
Just
yeah.
say yes or no.
Yes, cut my pinky off so I can read your paper.
Go ahead. We'll say Vasily takes out her dagger, slices cleanly, and the two of you staunch the blood. Vasily, we will get to your dark powers check in just a moment.
Ow.
I would like for you to fulfill your bargain with Vargas first, so he knows what his flesh and blood has purchased.
Okay. I pull out the message and open it to read it.
It's a blank piece of paper.
All right. Hi, hun. How are you doing? No.
Hey, babe, it's ma'am.
So what if it's a wrong number?
Oh, God.
All right.
It's just an ad for Viagra.
As you open it up, the telegram reads, "If you are reading this, she killed me. She will kill you too. Run."
I think that was worth a pinky.
That's not good.
Can I...
Signed, Vasily Eva Mordenheim.
Oh, and Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, that was my inspiration. Thank you.
Can I add like just a little bit of flavor? Is that okay?
You can.
When Vasily cuts Vargas's pinky off, and they stop the blood, is it the whole thing or is it just like a section of it?
I imagined it as the whole pinky.
Okay, that's fine. Either way, I don't have I am not missing a part of my body, which is fine because this hand before was all burnt up. So anyway, as you take it off, it goes from like that golden brown color to blue.
Ooh.
Yeah. Also, I have a long crack nail, so so yeah. As I'm like holding my like throbbing pinky and I like put the glove back on, I wanna look at Vas and be like, please don't wear it as a necklace. Have a little bit of class.
Would never. That's disgusting.
I don't know. Like, you look like the type that would.
Ugh. She
Vasily,
pockets it.
you have failed your dark powers check automatically. As you pocket this, black veins begin to spread from your eyes and your mouth. You now gain deception at advantage. but these black veins will spread with every lie you tell.
Gonna look so freaking cool though.
Does it?
Yes. I'm missing a binky. Now we're both cool. Me more so.
All right. Let's move on from this because honestly, I've reached my threshold. I will say the ride is fairly pleasant. I mean, it's straight wasteland and rolling dunes, and that sun sinks rather steadily. So it's not until 3 hours in that the first major rock to the train happens. And all of the lanterns inside turn from yellow to red.
Is this normal?
Does Rapture know if this is normal?
It is not normal.
Does she know what it's a sign of?
Another rock of the trains. You can look out the window.
Rapture looks out the window.
Everybody who looks out the window, roll me a perception check.
I also look.
I look because I think my face has been plastered against the window the whole time.
19.
It's a very violent rocking, and you can hear combustion.
12 for Rapture.
I got a 10. I'm in danger. I'm missing a pinky.
13.
All right. A 19 is enough to hear the rev of an engine outside. It's not something that you typically would hear in Ravenloft unless you're from here. And then the gleaming red chrome that crests over the horizon with a chassis with horns arcing out at you, and the hyena-headed bandits that ride along it. That would seem fairly commonplace. If you had to guess, Rapture, Jericho, you would guess you were in the middle of a train holdup. Everybody make me a dexterity saving throw as they launch another cannon into the side of the train.
I rolled a 1, so 3. Or 4, rather.
Very good. Okay.
5.
15.
13.
3.
3.
Wow.
I did so bad.
Can we all just like fall in a lump of 3s?
Yeah,
Like, we should fall on each other.
honestly, everybody who rolled below a 13 is now prone, knocked out of their seats.
Can I fall onto Rapture?
Romance.
Yes. Please.
And you hear a very tinny sounding voice, almost like an old phonograph, come up over the waves of the train. It's just, hello there, this is Delsame. It would seem that we are in the middle of a train holdup. If anybody who has some weapons capability could please proceed out the right-hand window to the turrets atop the carrier, that would be most excellent. Thank you.
Jericho's on his feet. He is opening up. They're opening up their coffin, reaching in, grabbing out their lantern, and then proceeding as instructed.
All right. There is an emergency exit through one of the doors on the right-hand side of the train.
Follow Jericho, I guess. This is my new friend who wants to help people.
Anybody else?
Yeah, Rapture's following as well.
You said we can see these people outside the windows?
Yeah, you can see them through the window.
Is there a way to open the window?
The windows are all sealed shut, but you can open them forcefully if you would like.
Mercy doesn't think things through real hard, so she might go up to a window and just be like, shocking grasp, shatter.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the window shatters and you can hear the howl of the dunes as this locomotive races through the desert at 30 miles an hour, which is much faster than pretty much anything any of you have ever ridden.
Yeah. Just thinking about her friends and her traveling companion Vasily in trouble, she's gonna just kind of like start climbing out the window but like keeping an arm inside.
All right. So you start climbing out. I need a dexterity saving throw from you to get out the window without falling. And
Be
anybody else who is climbing up the ladder onto the turrets on top, you're going to give me a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you are climbing the ladder.
I got a total of 21 that time.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you managed to get out the window and pretty much you can do whatever you want on the side of that train.
Whatever I want?
Well, look.
Okay.
I climbed up the ladder and I got a 22 while doing so I want it to look really freaking cool.
Yeah, describe it.
I climb up the ladder, it looks really freaking cool. I do it with my owie pinky. You're muted, TK, help. No, it just looks freaking dope. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to climb the ladder in a sexy way because I'm too afraid to climb a ladder in real life. So
I will say there is at least one young woman on the train who watches you climb up the ladder, and you just toss your hair back in the wind, and she can see like your face silhouetted against the black moon, and you like wink at her. Yeah, and she just like faints dead away.
We love to see it.
Anybody else going up top?
Yep, straight up top, but I do call back over to Constantina. I guess all trains are meant to crash.
Yeah, well, seems to be like a weird pattern. I rolled the 16, by the way.
Yeah, I got a 17.
Ooh.
All right, very cool. You both keep your balance up there. Anybody else?
Rapture's going up. She got a 19.
Okay.
I don't want to go up yet.
Okay. That is fine. Anybody who is on top of the train, as you get up there, you see that there are two what appear to be mechanical devices lit up with bright green up there. And there are a few iron barricades up there for cover. I would like for you all to roll me initiative.
I got a 17.
6.
10.
5 for Rapture.
13.
15.
Garbage. All right. Who got the most?
I think with my 17.
Okay. Awesome. Popcorn initiative starts with you.
Oh yeah,
Miss Lisa.
popcorn. So Mercy's gonna take a look at this. You said it was like a horned vehicle?
Yeah, mechanically there is one tormentor and then 2 devil's rides that are crusting these dunes.
Oh, there's 3. Mercy, she looks like she's concentrating really hard because she doesn't have her gauntlet, which helps her sort of focus and concentrate her magic. And she's trying to cast a lightning bolt to hit 2 of them. She's not necessarily aiming for people. She's aiming more for... Actually, she doesn't really know what a vehicle is. I don't think she's ever... Well, she's seen trains before. I guess she's aiming for, like, an engine sort of thing. She just doesn't want them bugging them.
Okay.
If I'm able to hit 2 in, like, a line.
Let me roll something real quick and make sure they're in a line.
Okay.
They are not. So what we've got right here is, like, a staggered... Well, honestly, technically anything is a line.
Yeah, 2. That's why 2.
So, yeah. So, the 3 of them aren't in a straight line, but we're going to say they're in, like, a V shape. With
So
the
I could
devil's
hit,
rides
like, the
flanking.
front one and one of the devil's
Yeah,
rides.
you could
Okay.
you could hit the devil's ride and the tormentor.
Okay, that is what I'm going to try to do. Hit him with a lightning bolt. And she's like got her tongue sticking out of the corner of her mouth. She's concentrating so hard. And however you want to do this, if it's the vehicle or the people, they need to make a dexterity save.
Okay.
DC 15.
So for the Tormentor, and then for Devil's Ride rolled at 15, so they'll get a 19. But the Tormentor rolled a 10.
Okay.
So
it'll
is the
be
Tormentor that
half
fails.
or on a failure. So 8, 14, 20, 24, 27 lightning damage on a failure. 13 on a success. And just as a reminder, Mercy doesn't have her gauntlet, so I don't know if you want me to roll on my consequences table.
I do want you to roll on your consequences table. What did you say for was the
for the
success?
damage? On a success, it's 13 lightning damage.
Okay. All right, those are both important. All right, go ahead and roll your consequences.
Woo! Almost fell off the table. An 8.
An 8. Your hair is already white. I will jump to the next table. Oh dear.
Oh no. I know, Lucy. I'm scared
This is
too.
not good. On an 8, the caster develops an irrational fear of magic and magical items.
Oh no!
They instant negate all auras, dispel those that they cannot negate, cast aside all items they know or suspect to be magical. The caster refuses the aid of known spellcasters and flees the presence of any magical items they cannot throw further than 10 feet away.
Oh no! Why did
This
I break
condition
that gauntlet?
persists for 1d6 turns. So they're
Okay.
6. Yeah, it's not permanent.
Okay. 4 turns.
Okay, so 4 turns.
So I'm trying to think what magical stuff Mercy knows that she has on her. So she casts that and she had been concentrating really hard, and as this red lightning bolt shoots from her open palm without her gauntlet, she feels the heat of the lightning against her skin for the first time, and as it grows stronger, she suddenly stops it and just starts getting nervous as electricity skips around her body. For whatever reason, it's making her nervous that she can't control it the way she can when she has Vasily's gauntlet on. And as a spark jumps to the dagger that she has, her magical dagger, she just kind of panics and throws it.
Okay. And I would like for you to roll 2d20s as you've triggered 2 mishaps.
Oh no, what does that mean? Okay. A 12 and a 6.
Okay, 12. The helm of the Tormentor begins to fill with smoke. They start driving erratically. The 6th, the Devil's Ride that you hit, the speed decreases as its furnace ruptures.
Okay.
Who's next in the popcorn?
Mercy will throw to Rapture.
All right. So with the vehicles that are moving next to the train, what can she get within a 30-foot cube? Are there 2 vehicles, 1 vehicle?
There are 3 vehicles. They're technically all still up and about, but one of them is driving very radically, and the other one, the furnace is caught on fire.
Right. Are they all within a 30-foot cube, would you say, though, or?
30-foot cube. I would say 2 of them are. Definitely a Devil's Ride and a Tormentor.
All right, so I think what you'll see is Rapture just sort of bends down, and she pulls out just this stick of incense and lights it, and there's billowing smoke that goes out beside the train, And in this 30-foot cube, there's this twisting pattern of color that tangles up in the air. She has cast Hypnotic Pattern,
Okay.
and it requires anyone in that cube to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. I will. Are you centering this cube on the Devil's Ride that was, or will this cube include the Devil's Ride that was damaged or the Devil's Ride that wasn't damaged?
I would say the one that isn't, because the other one is driving erratically, right?
It's on fire. The Tormentor is driving erratically.
Okay. Yeah, she's going to target the one that hasn't been damaged yet, hoping that the other one will, I don't know, explode in some sort of fancy fire.
All right. So, and these are saving throws?
Yes, Wisdom. Spell DC is 15.
Let's look. Oh, it's an 11 and a 7, so you definitely got it.
All right, so on a failed save, they become charmed for the duration, and while charmed by the spell, the creature in this area is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay. Oh my god. Speed of 0. All right. What does it look like when you cast this on them and it succeeds?
So the mist sort of envelops this this cube, and all of a sudden you see that these two vehicles have just it's not like they put the brakes on, but it's like they're decelerating very rapidly because they're not putting their foot on the accelerator anymore. And no, it seems like nobody's at the wheel, so they're just, when they conk over, they just drift away into each other.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Roll a d20 for me real quick.
All right. That's an 18.
Because that collision is going to be a mishap.
Yes.
18. Damaged axle. It is the Tormentor whose axle gives, snapping and crashing into the dunes. The Devil's Ride sort of swerves around in a circle, tries to right itself, but doesn't seem to get it. Who would you like to bounce to?
I think she's going to go to Constantina.
Okay.
See what she's made out of.
Bard friends. All right. Okay. What do I climbed the ladder. What do I see from my current vantage point?
From your current vantage point atop this train with all of these turrets and stuff, you can see two, what would appear, if you were a modern person, to be sort of motorcycle-like vehicles. They are two wheels of this pitted metal with these creatures with hyena heads, just flames erupting, smoke billowing from them, and they drive and swerve and crest the dunes. One of them has what appears to be a rifle on his shoulders. That is what you see. You also see the wreckage of the large 4-person buggy that has obliterated itself on the sand.
Okay. Are they within 60 feet?
They are not within 60 feet.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can really do anything then.
That's okay. You can always attempt the turrets.
Sure. So I think that because I know that they are beyond the distance of pretty much all of my magic, I'll attempt a turret.
All right, yeah, give it a shot.
I'll
now,
do.
With these turrets, technically this is alien technology. So I want you to roll me an intelligence to make sure that you're not going to shoot yourself.
Probably a good thing to roll for. Okay. Everyone give my dice good luck. Okay. This is not how Constantina can go out. Okay. Oh, that's actually really good. 19 plus with my intelligence. +1. Dirty 20. Thank you.
All right, dirty
That was
20
all
is
right.
definitely enough for you to sort of get the hang of it, at least for this shot. Go ahead and shoot your shot. Now, you're not proficient with this, so just use nice ol' pew-pew.
Okay.
Just roll a d20 for me.
All right. 3.
Oh.
Okay, and you shot it. Yeah, you shoot, and it just off the sand. You still haven't quite got the hang of it. Would you like to go again? There are 2 shots.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I feel the power. Okay. That is much better. Just a d20. Nothing to add to it.
Yep.
Okay.
You're
18.
not proficient. 18.
No, I got it.
It's still not enough.
Oh.
It bounces off the hull. Doesn't seem to do it.
Wow.
What would you like to do?
I mean, I'm assuming that's my full action, unless I can do a bonus action.
You could do a bonus action.
I
Yeah.
would like to do a bonus action. I would like to give Bardic Inspiration to Jericho.
Ooh.
And I will also popcorn to Jericho.
All right, go for it.
Where is Mercy? You're up on top along with the rest of us?
I'm like on the side of the train, but she's probably flipping out and trying to climb back inside the train at this point.
I see. Would your action have been visible to us up on top?
Oh yeah, you would have seen a giant red lightning bolt.
Okay. And here's a question for you, DM. When you said that when aura effects won't affect Mercy for these 4 rounds, what if it's an aura effect that prevents fear?
Let's see. Instant negates all aura
Yeah.
and dispels those that they cannot negate. So I think the most likely thing would be that Mercy would move away from the aura.
Yeah, and she's like trying to get inside the train again.
I see. All right. Okay. That being the case, there was one other turn up on top too, correct? Or was
Yeah,
it just
there
the
are
one?
2 turrets.
Yeah. All right. So we're jumping into the other one then. Here we
Yeah,
go.
you want to shoot a gun?
We're gonna shoot a gun.
Pew pew.
These are juking left and right, so give me 2 of your best shots.
Here we go.
Wait, intelligence roll first.
Yep. And that will be a 14.
Let me just check real quick to make sure it's good.
Don't forget your Bardic Inspiration when you want to use it. No pressure.
Not before or after, or is it just after?
Before I tell you whether or not it's good enough. After
I
you
see.
roll.
Okay.
Once. Yeah, it beats it.
Cool.
All right. For this turn, you've figured it out.
All right. Jericho is behind this gun, and they take aim and use a Bardic Inspiration. Excellent. Okay. Wait, no, that wouldn't work on an attack roll, would it? No, never mind. Excuse
You
me.
can use it just
Yeah,
for
you
your
can
own
use it.
knowledge. You can use it for. Oh, hang on, I accidentally minimized that. You can use it for an attack roll. It just gives it 1d8 to whatever you choose to use it.
Oh, perfect. All right, so then we hit a 24.
Yes,
Ooh.
that does hit. The damage that you will roll for this laser cannon
Oh.
is going to be 5d8 radiant damage.
What?
Who doesn't love shooting things?
$24. Yeah, 24.
24. All right. Roll me a d20. You've triggered another mishap.
Beautiful. And that'll be an 18.
Oh, yeah. You damage its axle. It was already spinning in circles. It just crashes against the sand. All right. Who are you going to jump to? We've only got the one Devil's Ride left. And actually, let me roll something for them real quick.
Sure.
And they rolled a natural 1. So the group of you sees this two-wheeled vehicle swerve in the sand and just speed into the desert away from the train. I would like to jump ahead a little bit because we are ending on time.
Can I do a quick ramification to what was going on with Mercy being terrified of magic?
Yeah, absolutely.
She tumbles back into the train and is like taking her rosary off, taking her ring off, throwing her dagger on the floor. And Vasily, who's the only one who stayed in the train, maybe hears her at the other end going, I need to ground myself. Going through her bag, she grabs the little Vasily doll and is like clutching it and like curled up on the floor, saying like, I almost lost control, and just lies there crying until everyone comes back.
Vasily, will you roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Sure. Switch screens there. That is an 18 plus 2, so dirty 20.
You lose 1 memory. Which one is it?
I want to forget that Mercy ever killed Mordenheim in front of me.
She didn't. She never did. You don't even know when the last time you've even seen him. There was so much anger built up inside of you. But the direct memory it's like ashes in the wind. What do you do?
Feel a lot better, probably. And then I would like to see if I can find Mercy.
She's at the front of the passenger train.
I guess I run to her and see if she's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just kind of like run up and just am like, what is going on? Are you okay?
I almost lost control and I can't do my magic Visauzi gauntlet and it was too powerful and everybody could have gotten hurt. And I like throw the doll to the side and I just kind of like curl around Vasily's ankle really pathetically.
I could make you another one. It's not a big deal.
Why would you do that? So you hate me?
I don't hate you.
I don't hate you either.
Okay.
And then I like curl around both her ankles and just like squeeze.
I reach down and pat her on the head.
As you pat her on the head and you feel that soft hair, I want you to roll me one more wisdom saving throw.
That is another dirty 20. I'm not rigging this, I promise.
One more memory.
I want to forget that, well, I guess I want to forget that she broke the gauntlet too, because that is probably also a bad feel.
You do. You're not sure where that gauntlet went. It probably got damaged when she climbed outside of the train. That makes sense. That sounds like Mercy. She's always doing reckless things to help other people. You could make another one if you wanted. You know you could. You're smart. You're capable. Yeah, you can make anything.
It's true. Science.
Science will solve this. Science solves everything. And yet, there's something that tugs at you that maybe there's a memory there, but it doesn't matter now. The group of you spend the next 6 hours on this train in relative peace. We pull into Mudar as the sun, the red sun against this rusty sky, is beginning to rise. The train station here is bustling, enormous, a wonder of steel and glass. So much glass. It's beautiful here. Mountains of spires, floating pyramids in the sky, silver obelisks that could reach the stars. Mudar is a bustling metropolis, a city of towers. It's yours for the exploring tomorrow. The train empties. The group of you step on the platform, and Vargas feels someone brush his shoulder. It's a tug at the elbow. A note in the hand. A smiling child that runs to catch up with a parent as they leave the train.
I immediately check my pockets.
Your pockets are fine. But you have a note in your hand, Vargas. Would you like to read it?
Yeah, I'll make sure nobody's looking over my shoulder. Get out of here, Jericho. I see you. But yeah, I want to read it, but is anybody like looking? Like, am I kind of alone? Like,
Do a perception.
12.
Is anybody watching? You don't see anyone.
I don't feel anybody, you know, like my ghost pal Claudio.
You are all alone.
I read the note.
The note is soft as silk in your hands. And when you peel it open, there are 3 words. I see you. Signed, H. This is where we will end for the night. And I know we ran a little bit over, but I really wanted to get the train heist in today. So,
Sorry I took so long to get my pinky cut off.
it's okay. Honestly, after about like 5 minutes of it, I was like, we doing this?
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I chose to have it on like the hand that Vargas's hand was like super burned because that hand was constantly in pain. So like,
I love it. I love the idea that Vargas chose that. But let's go ahead and do our outros because we are. So let's go ahead and start with our guests. Willie?
Hi, I'm Willie. You can find me on Twitter at @TheWillieBoo. Right now I'm working on meme frogs and various other things for the DMs Guild. So come talk to me.
All right, Ms. Cat?
I'm Kat Kruger. You can find me online at Kat Kruger, and also on the DMs Guild and on D20 Dames.
All right, we're going to jump to Ashley.
Hello, I'm Ashley. I do various things in D&D, including the RPG Writer Workshop and the Uncaged Anthology. We just released Volume 4 on DM's Guild, so please go and check that out. It's it's been awesome to see the response to that new book. And my personal website is scribemind.com, and I'm on Twitter at Ashley N. H. Warren.
All right, Ms. Kayla.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and you can find me online at KAYNCLI. And tomorrow I will be doing Spooky Saturday on twitch.tv/HollyConrad. And also Hagmalgams came out on DM's Guild. Pick it up. It's great. I'm really proud of all the art in it.
Very cool. Ms. Lisa?
I am Lisa Penrose. You can find me on Twitter at Lisa Penrose. I'm brand manager for Dungeon Masters Guild, where you can find lots of awesome D&D adventures and supplements, or even publish your own. I'm social media manager for D&D, and I also host and produce a podcast called Behold Her. So if you like to hear stories from femme gamers in the TTRPG space, check out Behold Her podcast. If you like this show, you should find us on Twitter as well, at MissTalesDND, or check us out at talesfromthemist.com. Or if you want to drink this show, go to bit.ly/lanterntea to get that Lantern in the Mists tea that Friday afternoon tea has blended just for us. It is delicious, and better than a Licious Phylactery.
I mean, says you. I believe Hadil is our last player. Miss Hadil.
It's me, Hadil. You can find me online at Twitch, TWITTYSUCH. I'm not doing anything right now. All my stuff's on hiatus because I'm tired.
Yes, my legacy.
I don't have to do anything because it's Black History Month at the end.
Yeah, preparations. It's me. It's TK.
Everybody in the chat is required to give me, TK, and Willie $5.
Oh, yeah. That's the law.
Yeah.
I write spooky stories. I put them on the internet. You can read them at TK Johnson or TKJWrites.com.